Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Palembang. In previous episode, I believe we destroyed the remaining natives in Australia. We did also declare war on Brunei, which will hopefully be completed soon. And we did also take a bit more province down here in Luwu, which these are still going to be a bit expensive to core right now. I suppose part of the cost over here is because we have such a massive overextension. Well, administration efficiency is really bad right now. So that increases the cost by another 28%. So I'm kind of thinking that perhaps we should not be doing that right now. War exhaustion is also having a bit of impact there. Plus we've got such a massive carrying capacity. I don't suppose there's anything over here that we could do to increase the extra capacity, is there? Actually, going for the administrative divisions would help us quite a bit. So how much is that's going to be? 50 points? We almost have that. We wanted to keep an eye on that so we can then get the plus 20 or 250. That's going to get us to, well, 850, which is going to reduce a whole lot of costs. And that's honestly going to be worth it. Much more than the extra prosperity that we might be getting right now. Oh, Pasai has me as a rival. Alright then. I mean, you've got several... Oh, you've got Bengal as an ally. Okay. Hey, there we go. We can get the admin tech, so we'll get that, but then we'll start coring some more provinces again. Because we got these two, the core. Oh, new pair. Also, I suppose we might need to start considering maybe declaring war on Spain at some point to take over some of the islands that they have in here. I'll just need to get some cores on, or claims on some of these provinces. Unless I already... No, I don't think I have any quite yet. Unless maybe over here. No, I don't have claims on that either. I do wonder, how much would it cost me to actually, instead of annexing Brunei, vassalizing them? It's only 13 points. We'll take them, well, it's a bit of money. So that way we can start feeding some provinces to them, so they can do the coring for us, essentially, and then we're going to eventually diplomatically annex them later on. So we can save up a little bit on the admin point demand. That's actually not a terrible idea. Now, they won't be liking us anytime soon. So we'll worry about that later. Oh, what's this then? Iotai declared war on Khmer. Okay. Yeah, Iotai is a little bit dangerous. They've got almost 60,000 men. So that does terrify me to some degree. But there we go. Will they be taking the peace deal yet? No, not yet. Because we don't have enough war score. Okay. Alright, then, well, I guess we're just stuck on a forever war at this point. Plague. You know what? I don't know. I guess we can take the... slight cost of money right now, because there is still some more raiding that we could do. I suppose, especially in Moluccas at this point, there might be some more places to raid. There we go, there's 37 over here. And there would also be the Portuguese provinces over there, but that's not going to be a pertinent issue right now. France, Transoxiana, would you be willing to take a white piece? Not yet. They're only an ally in that war. If we can get them out of the war, then it's going to be an easy one. At this point, I'm just going to go and get these troops out of here. At least from taking attrition, because that is costing us a decent bit of money. There we go. Got the transports ready and able to transport wherever we need to go. Ooh, election. I believe we still had a decent leader, right? Yeah, the righteous. So we'll keep the leader. He's already 55 though, so he's probably not going to live for too much longer, but we'll get the extra points as long as we can. We could get another quality idea, or we could save other points for the mill tech. Actually, we'll probably save the points for the mill tech. It is a bit more expensive right now, thanks to the global trade, which we could, in theory, if we were just to take a whole lot of loans, we could embrace that. Alternatively, we could just go for the extra army tradition. Oh, it's also navy tradition. Oh. A navy tradition, we got a decent bit, but that would be increasing it even further. Okay, well, let's just save up the stuff for now. We're not taking any more attrition or war exhaustion right now. Oh! Who's this? Automatically declare war on Khorasan. Down here, yeah, okay. But I suspect that they are probably willing to take the white piece soon-ish. Well, I guess in about a year or so. There's not much I can do. I've already got the... well, I suppose now I've got the war goal, so that's going to give us a ticking war score. So sooner or later we'll get to the 10 war score, we can issue demands. Or we can just wait until Transoxiana gives up. One or the other. Oh, that was the uprising in here, but that might be the last uprising in that province, because it is... yeah, it's like a few more months and that is going to be done. So actually, to speed things up a little bit... We'll get the Diplotech. sure that trade depot could be quite handy. So I'm going to recall that colonist. And we'll go ahead and send it down here into... Actually, let's have a look at the... Okay, there's a good chance of spices in here at least. Or we could go... Oh, right, this was the one that I planned for. Yeah, that's a pretty good spice. Could be even China whey or tea. Ooh, yeah. Wait for the colonists to return and we'll send it down that way. We'll send this one to deal with the rebellion, or the natives rather, and then we can also do a bit of rebel suppression down here, hopefully. Well, that didn't take too long to find some natives. We didn't take too much casualties though, and the colony is going to be landing there shortly. Can we actually get the chorus underway yet? Not yet. Okay, so that's still not getting much better. There we go. Now that's done, let's get the rebel suppression going. And any more raiding that we could do? A little bit. Oh, right, there's actually loads in here. Just to make sure that we don't run out of cash, essentially. There we go. So now we've got 170 ducats. We could probably go out and get another courthouse. Oh, hey, hold on a bit. Do we have the points now to switch to the... Yes, we do. So what was it again? It's the administrative divisions. That should be pretty huge. Now, I suppose the state maintenance might be going up slightly, but the advisor cost is going drastically down. The administrative efficiency is improving sufficiently to make it a bit more affordable to core another province. Also get that new colony sorted out. There we go. So we got those now all done. I guess we could get the Marines down here into New Zealand. They've only got 10,000 men in there, so that wouldn't be too bad. Where do we have... Oh, right, yeah, there's 10 ships already in here. I'm going to go and send these privateer in... Let's actually consider this. So we could go for Zanzibar. Right now it says that it wouldn't do anything, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be rubbish information. Oh, well, no, we can't go... Okay, well, Zanzibar it is. We can't go to the Cape. Too far away. We don't have supply range in there, essentially, is what it boils down to. Right, Transoxiana, you still don't want to be... No, still don't want to make a white peace. I suppose we could also get another courthouse in... underway already. We're still losing some money, but it's not as bad. There's a bit of corruption as well, but I suppose once the cores that we are getting hopefully underway soon will help that. Oh, 3% professionalism. We haven't actually got a whole lot of professionalism at all. Oh, Malacca announced me as rival. Alright then. No surprises there. Hey, there we go. There's another province converted. So most of Australia is now Hindu. So that's at least good. Oh, these have converted Catholics. Interesting. A little bit concerning, but interesting. I think we do want to get the Miltech 17 just to stay kind of on par with tech with some of the neighbors that we have here. Although it won't still be enough against everyone, but it should at least help somewhat. Oh, British Columbia. Alright then. Way. Oh, is that... right, it's probably up here somewhere. Oh no, it's down here. Aha. And then of course Mexico, there's the Caribbean, or Caribbean, and yeah, Portugal's still got a whole lot of colonies, which does give them quite a bit of strength or power in there. They have also started colonizing another island over here, actually 2 islands. Even more spices, okay. So we definitely need to start planning for a war against Spain. So we're going to take a whole lot of these islands that they've started colonizing in here, or have colonized already, to get some more resources and money and all that from those areas. We also got quite a bit of inflation. We don't have the points to reduce the inflation yet. I guess we'll take a bit more local autonomy right now. But at least the governing capacity issues are less at this point. They're not 0, of course, but I suppose once we get the universities unlocked, that's going to give us a lot of governing capacity as well. Oh, Britain's been building a spy network against us. Alright then. There we go. So we are actually making some money again, despite the rooting our corruption. Let's get the inflation down. So that's gonna, yeah, that's well over a ducat with that just per month. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the, I guess we'll get the Miltech now. Unless, is it still 1600 ducats? How many loans would we have to take for that? I guess it's like 5 loans. That would be a whole lot interest rate right now. I suppose we could perhaps do a bit more. No, we can't really do too much trading right now. Down here we could do a little bit. I suppose one of the things that we could do is with the transport fleet over here, get the Marines out of Australia to New Zealand, then do the war against Watalu They've got some tributaries and they've got a vassal. I'm going to try to... Actually, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, we should be able to vassalize them. They've got a fort there, but I suppose we can go for the capital first. We'll have a fleet... Actually, yeah, we need to get the big fleet down that way, I think. Might be a little bit overkill, but you know what. We'll bring it there regardless. Still got the... actually, no, we don't have any fleet in here permanently anymore. I guess... Oh, no, we've got a fleet over here as well, which we could... Let's combine these two transport fleets, I suppose. So we've got 17 transport ships there. That's not quite enough for transporting the large army that we have there, but we've got enough, at least for most of it. It looks like the colony over here is... Well, it's growing 70 per year plus whatever the colonist brings in, which is around 50 per year currently. Oh, another native uprising there. That's unfortunate. I guess we can take a small hit on the Diplo power. Although we're not getting too much... Well, yeah, it's about 2 months worth of Diplo points there. But we can keep the prestige. And then I think we are going to take the Miltech now. Now, upgrading the cavalry is not going to have an impact on the marine army. So that's at least good. There we go. Then we can start saving up the points for the ideas again. Let's get the leader in here. We'll go ahead and load these up and send them to New Zealand. Nothing to worry about. I'm going to take them, or turn them into a vassal. We'll let them, or we'll conquer and stuff. Oh. Aha. Brunei has unconditionally surrendered. So we're going to turn you into a vassal. We'll take the money. Can I actually, no. I can't do really much else. There we go. So that's a peace deal. We can probably let the war exhaustion drop down a little bit. Oh, Malacca only now embrace printing press. Alright, the power-seeking allegiance. We get another 5 years of extra priority efficiency. I like that. So we'll wait for the war exhaustion to go down. We can then hopefully get the core underway over here in Palopo, which, well, that's in Sulawesi. That was Lua's capital. So we can get that sorted out. Oh, and there we go. Now we're getting a lot more money. Is it 5 ducats? I suppose the vassals aren't giving us a whole lot. We do have a decent income from gold. We are actually, well, not up to date on that, but let's go ahead and in Iberi, we can increase the gold income even further. It does increase our inflation, but that at the same time does mean that we'll be getting a bit more money per month. Probably should have done that ages ago. But there we go. We get 10 ducats per month from gold. We get almost 18 ducats from raiding, though. Zanzibar is really good. Malacca is also pretty good. Oh, and our Grand Captain is strict. So plus 5% discipline. Excellent. We've got the morale of armies advisor as well. So that is fairly potent combination for sure. We need a few more, well, probably about a year at least to get the war exhaustion to be low enough levels so that we won't have a huge increase on the coring cost over here. But at least we managed to balance out... Oh, and Austria is elected again. Hey, we convert another province in Australia. So we have managed to kind of balance out our tax again, so there's not a huge imbalance going one way or the other. The admin is still lagging a little bit behind, but it's not as bad as it used to be. We're actually making pretty good amount of money. Any good workshops? No, not right now. We'd get the courthouses. I suppose Brunei would be okay. Oh, no, that's a... Right. Hold on a minute. Brunei? Yeah, that wouldn't do much. This one would be okay, but I suppose that is not a state, is it? Maybe it is. Oh, no, it is. Oh. No, yeah, we'll get a courthouse in here. That's going to reduce the governing cost down to 0, essentially. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. Okay, never mind. Well, it's still going to help us a little bit in reducing the governing cost, I suppose. Oh, Brunei Emperor's printing press. Right, how is our... Yeah, there's a little bit more war exhaustion that we need to reduce. And the coring, we could probably start. Gonna wait until it's at least below 1 point in there. And we'll get the coring started. Yeah, at this point the increase isn't that massive, so we'll get that underway. And then... Wait, you've got 11,000 men now. I'm gonna go for your capital. Got the numbers advantage over here for the time being. Let's get the big fleet out. Of course, they are able to move troops through right now. We've got the 15,000 in here. We should be able to catch them in the hills there, although they will have some reinforcements underway. Got a decent general, but they got the terrain advantage, actually. We'll go out and get the transport fleet out here, just in case. Yeah, we might lose that. Yeah, we lost that. Okay, that's unfortunate. I guess what we'll do is we'll go and get the... Well, first of all, we'll raid the coastline there. We'll go and get the big army from Brunei. And keep the smaller army around here. Because that marine... Actually, we would be arriving a few days ahead of them. I'm going to try to get them out of there. The marines, that is. No, we did not manage to get out of it. Well, as soon as we can, we'll try to retreat. Actually, okay, right, this is not looking good. Yeah, I think that army is going to get pretty much stacked right there. Let's go ahead and get the troops. We can probably send in the smaller transport fleet down here to assist a little bit. We should have probably brought in the big army from the get-go. In retrospect, oh well. Oh, can I get a trade depot? Oh, well, I suppose there's a couple that I could upgrade. For example, that one. That might actually then start spreading the... Oh, it's already present in here, never mind. Well, I mean, it's still quite expensive, the institution. And, well, there's a little bit raiding that we could be doing around here. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit of money from that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a stack wipe now. We don't have any troops to... Yeah, okay. We'll just consolidate the regiments at least. To, in theory, get a bit of a chance to fight back, but no. We don't have transports here to transport us out of there. And they're going to be here at the end of the... Well, in a few days. Yeah, so there goes that. And there's another uprising down here. Well, that should be alright, though. The troops have yet to arrive. I guess we can at least get the leader in here again. There we go. Let's do a quick little raid over there. So I suppose the transport fleet that we sent down this way is not really going to be needed. So I'm just going to send that one back to Australia. We can start building another army there. I suppose that is saving us a bit of money on the monthly upkeep of the armies. So there's that. But yeah, we'll need to get some better troops. Or larger army, I guess. We'd also maybe get that fleet to be 20 transports. So we can at least transport 20 regiments at a time. Yeah, the fleet is almost here, so then we can start moving troops into New Zealand, but it's going to be a tricky one to land, actually. So perhaps we should start preparing somewhere elsewhere. We'll get these to Australia first, actually. Now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and get a couple marines. Don't need a whole lot. Start with 5,000. The idea is that we can maybe land into... Oh, if we were to land over there and seize that one down real quick. Oh, we just need to basically land on the opposite end over here somewhere. And then we're going to bring in more troops through there. Yeah, they're siege down that. They are, technically speaking, winning the war right now, but not for too long, I don't think. I'll go on speed 4 while we wait for the troops to be prepared. There we go, so that's the marines done. Let's gather them up over here. And the reinforcements have arrived. So we'll just gather up these troops and prepare for a nice little quick... Oh, hey, Kandahar is producing Chinaware. Excellent. What did we... So we got a spice and an iron province as well. No, that's more spices. And more spices. Okay, so we probably don't control any of the trades yet. We don't have a whole lot of trading going on, admittedly. Actually, at this point, where's the Moluccas? We could probably start doing some protection trade in there instead. Yeah, there we go. That's a decent profit. We're transferring the trade into Malacca, where we are going to be raiding still for the time being. Eventually we'll transfer our trade port in there, but that's not quite yet. Right, so let's go ahead and load up the troops. Go ahead and get on this side of things, I think. We've got a little bit more options way to land, essentially, that way. Right, let's go ahead and land in the Marines over there. We'll be able to land there fairly quickly. It's going to take a while for them to arrive there, so we can bring in more troops. Oh, and there's a bit of revolt down there in the south. That's unfortunate. That's actually going to be... Are they Australians? Portuguese Australians and that. Okay, well, I can't really deal with that quite yet. But we can probably start building up the Marine Army over here again. That we lost. I mean, we've got part of it already, but we can get another, 5 regiments. And then start building some artillery and whatnot to go with it. Ooh, improved blockade tactics. Well, there we go. So the sooner... Oh, yeah, they are moving north. If we're going to win... Actually, how long is this siege going to take? 38 days, sorry, not 48. And these are going to be moving into... Timaru. in a few days. After that, they'll probably move northward. I think we've got enough time to siege it down and then get troops in there. Then we can get to Taranaki. Who is the enemy? They're actually not even moving. Vandra is fighting... oh, okay, sure, you can go through my lands. Yeah, so that's the unrest issues rearing their heads, but there we go. Now we can get the proper troops over here. We'll land them in there. We'll go ahead and... oh, I'm a reformer. Right, there we go. Let's get these in here. As soon as we siege down Taranaki... oh, right. Oh, no, that's the... right, yeah, we don't have enough money to buy another one. Land maintenance modifier would be somewhat handy at this point, because the land maintenance is starting to be quite a bit, so that would actually save us a little bit. Oh, Portugal's starting to colonize more Papua. Yeah, there's a lot of competition around us here. We only got one colonist, so we can't do too much. I guess we could do a bit of raiding over here, though. Are you fighting? No, it's just one war. Right, it's the one over there that is in the part of the war now. So as soon as we siege that one down, we can leave like one unit in there. We can go and siege down the rest of this. We can go ahead and take the Marines out. Ooh, election. Can we... it's already 59, so maybe it's time to get a new one. He was a good ruler, though. On the other hand, we've got the points. You know what? Sure. Well, we've got the tradition, so might as well get the extra points. It's not going to be a whole lot, mind you, but... right, yeah, they're sieging down the stuff over there. We've got some more of these Marines, at least. We'll gather these up. We'll get a couple of the artillery already. There we go. So now we've got that. They can't actually move across the strait anymore. I'm going to leave... just one unit behind to keep that siege down. We can get the troops over there. We can get the Marines out of here to go deal with the rebellion. Or help go deal with the rebellion. We'll get at least one... we'll get a second artillery next month. Oh no, we don't get enough money anymore. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're losing a bit of control over here, but I think we'll be fine once we get some more artillery to the army. Let's also go and do the naval barrage down here, so we get to 14. Actually, we can go out and take the flagship down that way. So it's a 14%. It should be jumping up to, yeah, quite a bit. Hey, there we go. That's all the cores done. So I believe we are still definitely over our governing capacity. But no overextension currently. We won't be getting overextension from this war either. And yeah, we've got that. We should be able to get this siege done. Once we've done that, we can possibly get to the hills here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Caught their fleet. Could alternatively go for the siege up there. I don't know. Yeah, we should have enough troops. So we can force out one of the enemies out of the war. Maybe we'll take this province briefly, and then we'll give that to the vassal afterwards. Right, the peasants are still doing a lot of problems there. We've got a bit of armies in here. Let's get another regiment of artillery. After that, we could probably send it down here, at least to blockade the exit from Tasmania. Although they don't seem to be moving right now. Rain, spring, fertility. That's 20% local tax modifier in Capricornia. That's not too bad. Money-wise, we're not doing too great. I suppose there's going to be another revolt over here. So, yeah, we'll just get these troops south. And how is our... oh, right. Oh, no, we don't have enough troops to siege it down. We need 22 regiments. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, let's just get over here and start dealing with the White Owl House. With the leader in the hills, we should be able to, hopefully, fight them off. I mean, how's their... they got Miltech 17, we got Miltech 17, so we got the same tech. We don't have an advisor right now. Let's get the land maintenance, at least, to get some more points, and also reducing the maintenance quite drastically. Alright, let's get... oh, right, that's another uprising at Kendari. Let's get the heavy ships back here. There we go, there's a slight increase on the siege, and of course we can do the naval barrage, so that's 42%. So I suspect that the enemy capital over here is going to fall soon, and then we might be able to force them into a peace deal. And what we're going to do is we'll force them as a vassal. That's potentially a bit of a... nah, it's not going to be a coalition. We'll take the money, and, well, that's about it, really. That's 140 ducats at least. We can then feed most of the New Zealand area to them. But I don't know if they can form New Zealand if they are a vassal, though. That's a problem. I'm going to take the tax modifier. Are no longer going to be as a rival? Have we... oh, yeah. No, we're sending privateers against them, but they are probably stronger than us. Ah, there we go. That's the capital siege down, and that's a whole lot of war score already. Not quite enough to force them out of the war. I guess that's fine. We can go... Actually, no, we can't go in there because there's a fort over here. And we capture one of their light ships. On galley combat ability for the current admiral, which is current ruler. It's pretty decent. I guess we'd have to go for the forest in there, but I suppose what we can first do is deal with this... Oh, that's the rebellion down here, actually. Let's, I'm gonna hire another general. 1210. I mean, it's not great, but it's slightly better than what the rebels have. It's grassland, so we will have a bit of advantage in here. Oh, and that's another revolt over here. Yeah. Australia is a bit on fire right now. Not the usual kind of fire either. We are not quite strong enough to defeat the enemy on our own here yet with that army. I suppose we'll be able to transport some troops down there. Well, once we dealt with the rebellions down here, which is going to take a while. But that's one enemy dealt with. Let's go deal with the active rebellion, then we can go and deal with the sieges over there in Tasmania. I suppose we also need more troops to siege down that area over there, so it's a bit tricky situation that we're in right now. But at least we're making money, so that's good. Actually, how much are we making money from the spoils of war? 17. Malacca is almost 8 ducats. Zanzibar is 4 ducats with just 10 ships, so that's actually pretty good. We might want to increase the amount of ships in there. Also, I suppose we did want to increase the amount of transport on this particular fleet. Get that to 20. And we've got the galleys down here, which I guess we could actually upgrade. You know what? Sure. Costs us a little bit of money, but it will be worth it eventually. Also, can we... Yeah, we can do some more raiding in here. Huzzah! Oh, and there we go. We defeated the rebellion. I'm going to give you orders to deal with the rebellions in both of these areas. So we don't need to micromanage that too much. Influenza. I'm not going to spend admin points on that right now. Sure, it's going to cost us a little bit of stuff, but right now I need the admin points. Mostly to get the governing capacity up to stretch. So we can start coring or stating more areas so we can get more benefits out of them. Foreign plots. You know what? Yeah, I'll take the money. We don't have quite enough for another manufacturer here, but we are going to start building some of those. Ooh. Sure, we'll take some more candlism at the cost of more, even more repopulation, but that's fine. So we've still got 67% war score. They are not willing to take the peace deal yet, but I'm sure that once we dealt with the rebellions... Ooh, crew blacklisted. We'll take the prestige hit. And there we go. We're slowly recovering these areas. They're still Catholics. What are we converting right now? Micronesia. Oh. Yeah, they were Catholic as well. I do eventually want to get this monument over here, but we just don't have the money for that quite yet. Although I suppose one of the things that we could do is just increase the development over here at Biri a bit further. Let's get the 10 development. That's even more gold income now, so that's 11.5 ducats from gold per month. That's most of our profits right now, although the inflation is very, very rough. Do we actually have a... what's there, the economic thing over here somewhere? Economic matters. Is there something that increases... or it reduces inflation? No. At least not in there. Also, I suppose we did have the... Right, Malaya, we can't do that one yet. The religious sects, we're not at peace. That would give us tolerance of heretics a little bit higher. Because right now, it's especially the... Well, no, the heretics is not too bad. Heathens is pretty bad. Which means that any Catholic province, or, you know, heathen province, we don't really get a whole lot out of. Ah, there we go. We dealt with the rebellion, so let's get these troops back with the transport fleet. And we will be getting the ships soon. I don't know where they built the... Oh, is it... oh, they're building a second one down here. Okay, well, we can go ahead and transport the troops over while that ship is being built. Well, let's get these troops over, and we can go ahead and start sieging down the enemy capital. We'll probably go ahead and then get the fleet down here already, so we can start blockading that fort. And then the troops... Did we already send them over? Yeah, we did. Okay, it's going to take a few moments. There we go. They have arrived. Let's get these back into Gooby Gooby. And they moved over there because they realized, oh, we're going to get siege down over here, aren't we? And they would be right with that assumption. They are going to get sieged down there. I can probably move in this transport fleet actually over here. To make sure that they can't get to the Northern Island back again. And then we've got the siege now started. Let's do the naval barrage. So that's 7%, or minus 7% right now to win the siege. That shouldn't take too long. We can get the admin tech finally. Let's do that. And now we can build the universities. We'll need a whole lot of them. We can make some more states. Oh, Tasmania would be one. Victoria would be... Actually, yeah, Victoria would be a fairly decent one. So let's do that one. It's going to start reducing autonomy here quite a bit. We can then start getting a few more cores as well. But yeah, so that's hopefully helping with that income. Currently, well, I suppose there's a lot of the reinforcements for the army, which is costing us a fortune. How much is that actually per month? It's 8.6 ducats. Yeah, that's quite a bit. At least we've got enough cannons here to get the +2. Well, there we go. Defenders deserting. They do have quite a bit of defensiveness, though. My goodness. Plus 40%. And none of that is from the terrain, either. Eee, we converted Micronesia. What's the next one? Vergia. Ah, right. Or Vergia. A gold mine in Viri has partially depleted. Oh, we just increased that development. Well, that's unfortunate. But I suppose we did at least get the governing capacity sorted out now, so we are actually making more money regardless. Oh, we can get another quality idea. Yeah, we'll do that. Get a bit further along there as well. And now it's 42% chance of the siege. Oh no, 57 now. We'll be getting that soon, although they might be willing to take the peace deal. Well, maybe not quite yet. I suppose once we win this one, or we need to defeat them in battle, that's also a possibility. But after that, we can start doing some wars to feed them some provinces. There we go. So that's 82%. Are they willing to take the peace deal yet? No, not yet. Nearly, though. Nearly. Alright, then let's go and fight them in a bit of battle here. And become a tributary. No, no, no. I want you to be a vassal. That reminds me, we've still got Brunei as a vassal as well. There we go. So now we can go ahead and get the peace deal. Peace in our time. And 2 food rivals. Okay, Malacca. I'm more than willing to rival you again. For some reason, Waitaha is a little bit high on the Liberty Sire. I wonder why. Certainly not because we just force vassalize them or something. Right, we can get the transport fleet over here to get the big army out of there. And we've got the other fleet over here. So I guess we'll send both of the fleets there then. And actually this fleet could start heading back to Indonesia. Or Pasai no longer considers me as a rival, alright then. Alright, we've got a lot of money now. Let's go ahead and get a manufactory or two underway. Let's go with the improvement amount. So, okay, that's almost half a ducat. Cool. Do that one. And we can go and get the main army out of here. Which transports is that assigned to? Because it doesn't matter, as long as the transports can carry the troops, I guess. We'll go ahead and bring these over to Borneo. I don't know where exactly we're going to use them, but it's probably going to be somewhere around there. Although, actually, yeah, fighting a war against Spain might not be a bad idea. But I do see that we are out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.